Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is?
Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it's the one and only infamous aka Insanity here, bringing you the very first WWE 2K18 core update. And the first character is one of these characters that I've created years ago and never picked up again, but I decided to create him again, and this is Nyx. 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 He started off as a young kid. The inspiration for this character, if it's not obvious enough, it'll be Evan Bourne. When I first created him years ago, that's exactly what it was, and this year's no different. I love the way he came out. To me right now, this is my favorite attire out of all the attire that I created, which is not that many. I haven't been playing this game. I've been on my Xbox most of the time, but when I do get on this attire is my favorite. Street attire. Well, no, entrance attire. I'm sorry. Entrance attire. You know, throw a little leather jacket on. He got the Air Nyx logo on the back. I like how that came out. Got his own logo on T-shirt, and that shit kind of cool. You know, this year, you know, little aviation style. He got a belt buckle that is representing aviation. You know, high flying. Air, whatever. This is his second attire, and it's nothing but a color swap. I had made the orange outline logo, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to use this, and I used it. Just color swapped it. You know, same thing with the attire, the entrance attire, color swapped. Nothing special, but I like it. You know, this kid started off. I never showed the original Nyx. I went through and I looked, and I never showed it, and I'm upset. This guy with this ugly mug right now is me. If you want to know exactly how I look, you can look at that face, and that's exactly how I look. That's my face. This is my character. And, you know, this year I finally got the face right. I still need to tweak the texture, however, but I finally got the face right. The attire itself is something that you've seen early on. You know, it's a whole graffiti hip hop clash, you know, because that's pretty much me. I like graffiti, I like hip hop, and you know, most of my attires is gonna be hip hop or something dealing with hip hop. You know, I got the King of New York jacket. I love this jacket. I love the Sanity clothing in this game. Like, Sanity clothing in this game is just so dope, and I'm definitely gonna use several of those pieces of clothing. This is my street attire. You know, something simple. I don't do, again, I said this before, I don't do too much with street attire because they're going to change. There's no reason to do a lot with street attire. This character is another character that I created years ago, and the first time I'm creating him again. This is Nyx. I mean Nyx. I'm sorry, this is not Nyx. This is X. I get them two mixed up. But this character, obviously, as you can see, he has a strong resemblance to CM Punk. And that is because when I first created him, he was supposed to be my version of the Straight Edge Society CM Punk after he shaved his head, or after he lost that match to Big Show and got his head shaved. This is my Straight Edge. Everything about him is CM Punk. Straight Edge, whatever. Like, I'm not here to fake the funk. I am clearly 100% aware that he looks like a lot like CM Punk, and that was the reason. He was the former tag team partner of, obviously, and look at it. Look, even with the hoodie, he's literally supposed to be like my version of CM Punk. He was a former tag team partner of the person we now know as Hiro. Hiro used to be called Alexander, and he was the tag team partner in the Indies, and they was called Double X. And, you know, Hiro wound up getting a contract with NWF, and X was left in the dust. So he decided to come to NWF and pretty much tell people what Hiro really is. He's not this righteous, fight for the innocent type of person. He's somebody else, and that was his mission. But That would have all played out if I was continuing the show. But that's another logo that I did for his t-shirt, and I love that logo. Next person up is another person that I haven't created in years, and his guy name is Cinna. You can go through my playlist of characters here on YouTube, and you will see that Cinna was created. He had a black and yellow attire, you know, with that spot and the line coming down his eyes or whatnot, and whatever. But I decided, I went back and I watched those videos, and I was like, I gotta create some of these guys over again. And it's like, I'm already in love with how they coming out. Cinna, I finally figured out a gimmick for him, and his gimmick is pretty much the 7 deadly sins type thing. Like, he comes out and he rates you on what sin that you are, I guess, what sin that you do, or what sin that you know, whatever, you know, and that's what he does. He's 7 deadly sins. It says it on his face paint, 7 deadly sins at the top. And I have a card designed for each and every 7 deadly sin, but I still haven't figured out a way to incorporate it. I think I might just put it on the vest and put the cards in random spots. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So be warned, in the future you're gonna see the cards on his vest. And last but not least is the one and only Hiro. This year I went with the same idea with his attire, but this year I wanted to do Deadpool, and I don't know if it didn't come out great, as great as I thought it would. And of course, without the mask, it's not apparent that this is supposed to be Deadpool. But to those who really know Deadpool, you can tell that it's a Deadpool attire. That's pretty much my direction for Hiro. It's like, you know, he had his own comic book hero attire last year, and I'm taking that base and just doing a whole bunch of other superheroes. So that is it. I'm Insanity. I'm out.